Hey guys, it's Miss Lechman again. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video just as much as you guys did last time. I really hope that you guys are doing a good job for the sub so far. I'm sure you guys are. But we're going to go ahead and get started on our study guide. So this study guide will be for our test that we're going to be taking tomorrow, Tuesday. I think it should be November 18th. So go ahead and put your name on the top if you haven't already. If you have a math fact for the day, go ahead and put it there. And then you're going to put your X with a signature. And the test is going to be tomorrow, okay? All right, boys and girls, let's go ahead and get started. Everything that I put on the study guide, I would like for you guys to put down on yours, just so that way whenever you are studying it at home, you have the ability to do it in the same way that I'm doing it here. I do want you to know that there are some questions on here that do come off a little confusing, so I'm going to do my best to help explain it to you, so that way you can better understand it. All right, let's get started. It says, Billy made 32 burritos. Circle your 32. He put an equal number of burritos on each of 4 plates. Circle your 4. How many burritos did Billy put on each plate? This is where you're going to look. Do we have our whole or do we have our parts? If we have our whole, we're going to divide. If we have parts, we're going to multiply. And it looks here like we have our whole number. So we're going to be dividing. So we're going to take 32 and we're going to be dividing by 4. And how we're going to find this is we're going to count by 4s until we get to 32. Unless you already know your multiplication facts, if you know your multiplication facts, you can do the opposite, which is 4 times blank equals 32. Otherwise, we're going to count by 4s. Okay. Actually, no, we're going to do equal groups. Let's go ahead and do equal groups. I'm going to show using 4 circles. See, I take it back. And we're going to put a tally in each circle until we get to the number 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. I know I kind of made it a small circle. I'm sorry, guys. But now we're going to count how many tallies we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 32 divided by 4 equals 8. The opposite of that is 4 times 8 equals 32. Okay, let's move on to our next one. What number completes the related facts? This is our related facts that we've talked about, but you will notice we don't have division and a multiplication. You will notice they're both division, but if you look, it has now given you 2 blank spots in 2 different areas. This is similar to our commutative property that we talked about, but this time it's with division. So 24 divided by blank equals 4, or 24 divided by 4 equals blank. This is our fact family. These are both going to be the same number. You need to figure out what number times 4 gives you 24. You can do many things here. You can do equal groups. You can do repeated subtraction. You can do an array. You can also do counting on. So we're going to do counting on. So we're going to count by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Now we've found our number, and now we're going to count how many times we counted by 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 24 divided by 6 equals 4, and 24 divided by 4 equals 6. All right, let's move on. My next problem. Remember, this right here is our division. Our division symbol has the number we're multiplying, or the number we're dividing, our dividend on the inside, and our divisor on the outside. And then our answer will go on top, which is a related multiplication fact that can be used to find the answer to 30 divided by 10. If you want to rewrite this to say 30 divided by 10, you can do that. That's fine. Now we need to ask ourselves, what times 10 gives us 30? Again, right here, we can count by tens until we get to 30 and then count how many times, and that gives us 3. So 3 times 10 gives us our answer. Moving on. Which multiplication fact can be used to find the unknown number in 48 divided by blank equals 8? So we're wanting to find out how many times 8 is going to go into 48. You can do this many different ways. Again, you can do repeated subtraction, equal groups, arrays, or count on by 8s. We're going to do counting on by 8s. So 8, 16, and our next one is 24, 32, 40, and 48. So let's count how many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a related multiplication fact would be 8 times blank equals 48. And we came up with 6. So our answer is B, 8 times 6. All right, let's move on. Again, at any point in time, guys, if I'm going too fast, you're not able to write down what I have, maybe what I'm saying isn't making sense, pause the video, rewind it, or if you want to pause it on the problem so you can copy it all down and then move on, that's fine too. It is your, however you want to watch it is fine by me. Which related facts can help find the quotient? Remember, quotient means answer to a division problem of 36 divided by 4 equals blank. You're going to select all the correct answers. So that means you're going to select more than one. So we have 7 times blank equals 36. 4 divided by blank equals 36. 36 divided by blank equals 4. 36 divided by 7 equals blank. And 4 times blank equals 36. So it wants us to find related facts. Let's go ahead and just write our fact families here. So we should have 36 divided by 4 equals blank. Our next one would be 36 divided by blank equals 4. Then our multiplication would be 4 times blank equals 36, or blank times 4 equals 36. This is our fact family, or our related facts. Now we've got to figure out what we're going to be dividing by to get 4, or what we're going to be dividing 4 by to get our answer. So we need to figure out how many times 4 goes into 36. So let's count by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. If you already know your multiplication facts, then you know that 4 times blank equals 36. You know that the answer is 6. But if you don't, I would count on so you can find that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that means our missing number is 6. So let's go back and look at our answers. We're looking for these numbers in our answers. Here I have 7 times blank. That's not it because we have a 7, not a 6. 4 divided by blank equals 36. That is not correct because when we do division, our bigger number is supposed to be first, not last. So that is not an answer either. Even though it does have our numbers, that's still not an answer. 36 divided by blank equals 4. Well, let's look. 36 divided by blank equals 4. Yep, that sure is. So that's a possible answer. 36 divided by 7. Did I have any 7 over here? Nope, I sure didn't. So that's not an answer either. And then 4 times blank equals 36. Let's look right here. 4 times blank equals 36. Yes. So my answer is C and E. All right, moving on. If 16 divided by 2 equals 8, then what is 2 times 8? Well, guys, let's look right here. If we flip this around and make it into a multiplication problem, our answer is right here. So what is 2 times 8? It is 16. All right, moving on. What number will make both equations true? You're wanting to find the same number. Not different, the same. So we need to figure out what times 7 gives us 21. If you know your multiplication facts, you know this answer already. If you do not, then we're going to count by 7s. 7, 14, 21. So let's count. 1, 2, 3. 7 times 3 equals 21, and 21 divided by 7 equals 3. So our answer is 3. All right, moving on. Ruby has 54 coins. She wants to put them into 9 groups. Ruby uses this equation, 54 divided by 9 equals blank, to decide how many coins to put in each group. What multiplication equation could she use? Well, here we have our 54. We need to put our 9 down here, and then we need to figure out what times 9 gives us 54. Again, if you know your multiplication facts, you already know what answer goes here. But if you don't, let's go ahead and let's count by 9s. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, and then our next one is 54. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 9 times 6. This question is worth 2 points because there are 2 blanks here. So make sure you are paying attention to that. All right, let's move on to the next page. All right, here is our table. We love this. Remember, you can only put an X in either yes or no. You can't put them in both. So we need to place an X in the table to show if 9 is the unknown number in each equation. Let's go ahead and solve first. 2 times blank equals 18. Well, what times 2 equals 18? If I count by 2's until 18, that'll find my answer. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I have a total of 9. So that one is 9. 5 times blank equals 61. Well, first of all, this is not even an answer for anything times 5 because anything times 5 either ends in a 5 or a 0, so that's not even an answer at all. 27 divided by 3 equals blank. If you know your multiplication facts, you do know that this one equals that. But if not, let's count by 3s. You can do that by using your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Sorry, guys. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So again, that gave me 9. 27 divided by 3 is 9. Then I have 35 divided by 5. Let's count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That only gives me 7. So that is not my answer. So now let's go through and figure out if the unknown number was 9. Yes, no, yes, and no. Remember on this, when you are studying, please don't study where the X's are because that's not going to be the same answers for our test. But I want you to study how we solved for each of these. All right, moving on. This one is the hardest question if you do not pay attention. I'm going to put over here, pay attention. Because if you don't pay attention, you're not going to be able to answer this correctly. Okay? Mr. Adams has a 30-ounce bottle of mustard. That's a big bottle of mustard. He wants to put all of it in smaller bottles. He can use all 3-ounce bottles or all 6-ounce bottles. How many of each size bottle can Miss Lawson fill? As you will notice, the names are not the same. Please don't worry about that. Remember, we edit these based off of what the test says. I know those aren't the same names. Don't pay attention to that. So now what we've got to do is we have our total. So if we have our total, that means we are going to be dividing. So we've got to put our number first, 30. And then we're going to divide by each of these numbers by themselves. So the first one we're going to divide by is 3. 30 divided by 3. If you look right here, you can notice if you divide 30 by 3, this can go in there 10 times because 3 times 10 equals 30. So if he has 3-ounce bottles of mustard, for our 30-ounce total, he can have a total of 10 bottles. Then if we have our 6 ounces, we're going to take our total again, 30, and divide by 6. So we're going to ask ourselves, what times 6 gives us 30? Well, we know right here that 5 times 6 gives us 30. So Mr. Adams can make 5 6-ounce bottles if he had a total of 30 ounces of mustard. Please make sure you are paying attention to this. This is only going to work if you are using your total and dividing by each number. Okay, move on. Lucy has 42 bracelets to put in 6 boxes. She puts the same number of bracelets in each box. How many bracelets does Lucy put in each box? Do we have our total? Yes. So that means we are dividing. So we're going to put our bigger number first and divide by our second number. And if we don't know what times 6 gives us 42, we can draw our equal groups. So we're going to draw 6 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to put 1 tally in each circle until I get to 42. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, and 42. So we've reached our 42. Now we're going to count how many are in our circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my answer is 7. Okay, here is our bar model. Use the visual model to complete the equations. Here's our total, and here's our parts. 18 divided by 3 gives us what? Or 3 times blank gives us 18. These are the same numbers. So what times 3 gives us 18? 6. You can also do this by counting by 3s. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. And then counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good job. We're almost done. All right, this is our part A and our part B. Mrs. Rosenbaum has 5 bottles of water. There are 4 liters of water in each bottle. Part A. How many liters of water does Miss Rosenbaum have? So we're wanting to find the total. And how we find the total is we multiply. So we're going to take 5 and multiply it by 4. When I count by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20. And how you abbreviate liters is an L. Then my second one, how many 10-liter pitchers can Miss Rosenbaum fill if he uses all the water? So this is where we're going to figure out how many he can fill with our total. So again, we have our total and we have a part. So that means we're going to find the other part, okay? So that means we're going to divide. Our total is 20, and we're going to divide by our part. So let's count by 10s. 10, 20. So what is my answer? 2. Okay, guys. That is all that I have for today for math. You guys should have finished your lesson 7 and then worked on your lesson 7 or your module 7 study guide, where we will have our test tomorrow. Please make sure you are being on your best behavior today, and I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for listening to me, and have a great day. Bye, guys.